Welcome back, music lovers. As a longtime fan of Jessie Ware, I've been following her journey since her debut album, Devotion, and let me tell you, she never ceases to amaze me. I've had the pleasure of seeing her live several times, and I'm beyond excited to witness this new album on stage. Today we're diving into the glittering world of disco with Jessie Ware's sumptuous 5th album, That Feels Good. So put on your dancing shoes. Now, Jessie's 5th album, That Feels Good, is a disco revival masterpiece in my opinion. What's striking about it is that it's not just inspired by, but it's a deeply authentic homage to the golden age of disco. She's brought in the legendary Stuart and James Ford on production, who've together created an atmosphere that's just pure disco. Of course, it wouldn't be a Jessie Ware album without her phenomenal vocals. The strength and the versatility in her voice have always stood out, and this album is no exception. Tracks like Free Yourself and Beautiful People demonstrate her range and ability to convey complex emotions, all while making you want to get up and dance. And speaking of dancing, there's a notable undercurrent of liberation running through the album. Jessie makes it clear that the dance floor, and in turn this album, is a space of freedom and celebration. She urges us to embrace our desires and to find our joy in the rhythm. What's exciting about this album is the balance between nostalgia and novelty. You can hear the influence of classic acts like Chic, Sister Sledge, and the Trammps, yet the production and her lyrical insights make it feel very modern and personal. So the standout tracks on this album, well, I don't know where to start, but Pearls is an anthem with an incredibly catchy hook. Freak Me Now introduces some French touch, and Beautiful People is a glorious anthem celebrating diversity and inclusivity. Then there's the title track, That Feels Good. It embodies the album's overall theme of liberation and pleasure. Jessie's vocals are playful yet powerful, and the production just screams classic disco. However, it's not all pure adrenaline rush. Jessie also includes introspective moments on tracks like Hello Love, adding emotional depth to the dance floor anthems. She's not just getting you to the dance, she's also making you feel. The influence of the underground disco scene of New York in the 1970s is very apparent. The entire album is meticulously curated, and it's a fantastic experience. It's less like listening to an album and more like being transported to a dimly lit dance floor from decades past. The entire runtime of the album is around 40 minutes, which in my opinion is a perfect length. It's compact enough to keep the energy high from start to finish, and enough to give you a fully realized journey through Jessie's disco universe. If you're a fan of disco, I think you'll definitely enjoy this album. The same if you're a fan of Jessie Ware. But I think even if you're just a fan of music that makes you feel, music that sweeps you up in its world, then That Feels Good is definitely worth a listen. But don't just take my word for it. Take a listen to the album for yourself. Whether you're here for the beats, the lyrics, or Jessie's voice, I think you'll find something to love. Let yourself be transported to the dance floors of the past while still firmly grounded in the present day. Jessie has really truly gifted us a unique sonic experience. And while we're talking about the album, I cannot stress enough how much I am looking forward to seeing Jessie Ware perform this album live. Her onstage presence and her energy is just unparalleled, and these songs seem tailor-made for some seriously unforgettable performances. To wrap up, That Feels Good is a complete package for me, a nostalgic, inducing, feet-moving, heart-pounding disco gem. It is one of those rare albums that feels both vintage and current at the same time. This record is definitely worth checking out and considering adding to your collection. It's a record that serves a dual purpose of bringing some serious fun while still offering a deeper introspection. It's a balance that Jessie Ware navigates beautifully. And if you're wondering what rating I'd give That Feels Good on a scale of 1 to 5 records, well, for me it's a resounding 5 out of 5 records. Thanks for watching, folks. Until next time, keep the music playing.